Alright, what's up guys? A little bit more awake this time in this video. Back with another Xbox 360 on a few that I recommend that you pick up for your collection before those prices go up, that everybody's thinking is going to go up, and honestly with the market and everything, unfortunately is probably what's going to happen. And I mean that kind of is just what happens with some games too. You kind of want your value to stay, but at the same time you don't want to ruin it for future gamers. So, but that's why they got modded systems now and all kinds of stuff. So if you're into physically collecting or just want to look for some good games while they're still affordable, there's a few in here that are really fun that I'm going to go over. So jumping right into it, one of straight up my favorite games, and unfortunately the only thing is it's technically really only a console exclusive on the Xbox 360. They did release it on PC, but this game suffers from the lag and the frame rate only because it was a very early game on the 360, and they just didn't have the technology down on it at that time, is what I would think the reason why. This game's storyline, everything, I think it is incredibly fun, and I really do think it should get a remaster or a remake. Especially with Quake making a big comeback again. Just kind of, they're kind of pushing it, and they've been bringing them over to the modern day consoles. I'd love to see that, but I'm not quite sure if Raven and ID could get that figured out. But it's Quake 4. If you guys have not played this and you're into shooters, any of the Quakes, into Doom, Halo, any of that, this game is very, very fun. You play basically as like a Space Marine again, you have your team. It's a one-player game. It is, I think, you can system link these. Yeah, so you can system link 2 to 8. I don't know. I think the story is only going to be solo, but there is some type of multiplayer mode, but I've never actually played it in here. But the one to look out for, guys, is I have not been able to find any downloadable content on this. Unfortunately, I wish they did do a DLC pack for this or something. But you want to look out for the one that includes the extra disc that has the making of Quake 4 and Quake 2 actually ported to the disc, which Quake 2 was a lot of fun. There's many different versions. I believe I want to say this is the PC version ported over to it. Don't quote me on that. There's probably someone that knows a lot better than I do. They could put it in the comments. But I had a lot of fun with this one years ago. I have not got a chance to replay it again on my nicer 4K TV. Of course, it's not going to come through in 4K, but it will look better. HDMI. Last time I played this and actually got a chance to really play it, I take that back. A few years, I think I did pick it up and I got rid of it and did a quick playthrough. Not all the way through, and had a good time, and it just didn't get a chance to really immerse myself in it. But years ago, I did get a chance to immerse myself on it, and that was on a CRV TV, or sorry, CRT TV. Yeah, see, I get a little messed up with my vehicles there and TVs. But I got a chance to play this and beat it and run through it, and of course Quake 2, and I had a blast. I absolutely love this game. The storyline is great. That's basically how it will come. I can't remember if it had a 2-disc set that held 2 of them. I haven't tried it on there yet. That's basically your artwork cover. It says Quake 4, and what you're looking for, if you can find it, is the bonus disc. It'll say bonus disc on there. And if you get it complete, you're going to get the instructions, little basically how-to controller and all that, your manual basically tells you multiplayer, all that for Quake 2. So right on the back. They did have one that had like an exclusive GameStop poster too, but I don't think it had the bonus disc. Nice manual. It is color, very thick, made well. Not, this was that time right before they started doing all the cheap manuals and everything like that for most of the games. So yeah, this is a highly recommended from me if you like shooters. Even if you could deal with a little bit of the lag, I had a lot of fun. Storyline was great. If you play it all the way through, you'll see why I would be interested if you wouldn't think it would definitely deserves a remake or a remaster. I think that'd be awesome. So, I'm probably going to butcher this name. Record of Argonus War Zero. So, I have not yet played this. And this is probably for, from what I'm understanding through the series, probably for a little bit, I mean, you can see the sticker they had on there when they sold, aimed at a little bit more mature audience. I don't know a whole lot about it, and I do know, I believe it's also released on PS3, this one. But looking at it, it was kind of interesting. It seems to be like you're like a king or something, and you basically pick other, certain women to have your children and stuff like that, from what I'm understanding. Again, I could be wrong. That's what I was looking into and watching some of it. I didn't get too far into it. Apparently there's a few other games. I'm interested in it because the storyline and everything I want to kind of see. It sounds like a crazy concept to me in a video game. So I won't spend too much time on this one. I don't know. It is a beautiful artwork, and it is supposedly supposed to be kind of good if you get into it. I don't know a whole lot on this one. If you guys do know and have tried it, let me know. This really captured me more for the artwork, and then I actually read a little bit on the story, and it kind of seems interesting. We'll see. I mean, it's supposed to be like the unique soul breeding system is back, allowing you to mold something to your liking, sig hearts. To your light, I don't know. So I'm interested to see what that whole thing is about. I'll do a video on that separate. If you played it, let me know. I am interested, just like I said, to see that. I think it'd be kind of funny. Next one here is one I have not played yet, and I've loved the Star Ocean games all the way back since PlayStation. And I did not look up too much on this one to see. I didn't care either way. This was one I wanted to experience for myself and see how I felt about it. And this is Star Ocean, The Last Hope. Now you have to correct me if I'm wrong. You have to take a look it up. I did at one time look this up, but I have forgotten. I want to say this is either on Xbox 360 exclusive, or it was PS3 and Xbox 360. I can't remember. However, I do remember a lot of people recommending it on the 360 years back. I am really excited to try this. I have owned this one for quite a while and have not got to it, and I'm getting really close to get to this. So if you guys have played Star Ocean The Last Hope, let me know. I am interested in this one. It is still pretty affordable. If you're looking to buy it, it is a 3-disc game, and I believe that down the road with Star Ocean, I mean, they were on PS2. They're bringing back some of the, I believe some of the older ones digitally, kind of remastered. I have a feeling that this game will probably go up down the road, especially if Star Ocean makes a big comeback in the future. Then that's a big if. That could happen. But I think that this is a good game that's kind of missed, to be honest with you, from the things I've read on. Now, I haven't physically played it myself, so I won't spend too much time saying anything more on that, because I am one of those people that I like to experience it for myself, and the ratings can be horrible, and I'll still play it. The ratings can be amazing, I can still play it, and it's really a lot of times I don't agree with the critics on a lot of the stuff, so maybe I'm weird like that. But this one, I still got the Square Enix registration card. I picked this one up in really good shape. This is another very thick manual. Color, everything, explains each character in depth. Very, very nice manual. And again, another at a certain time when, this was expected. And nowadays, you don't even get a fucking manual in your games or anything. So, I am really interested in this one. If there's any down DLC I don't see on the back on this one, I don't think there is. If so, I'm missing out. It's non-backwards, or no, maybe this one is backwards compatible. I'll have to take a look. I think this one is backwards compatible. again, like I said, it's been a while since I've really had Forgive Me Guys at the time there, but I will do, on these ones I haven't played, I will come back. I'm not going to do a whole playthrough, but I will do a recommendation and kind of go over some of them that I tried. This one is what's playing in the background and still looks beautiful on a CRT TV. And I also obviously have been playing it on my bigger TV when I got a chance. I only played about an hour of this, and it had me hooked, guys. The Tales games have always been good in my opinion. There's been some weaker ones, some better ones. I've always liked all of them across, different generations of consoles and everything. And this was only on Xbox 360 for a while, but then they made like a definitive edition, which I haven't played it yet. Because I actually want to beat it this way first on Xbox One, and I don't know if they released it on PS4. I'm not positive. I think the definitive edition they did, but at the time this was an Xbox 360 only game, and that's kind of what I'm going for, is the collection of the older ones, especially the ones that say only on 360, even though if they changed later on. In the earlier days, I kind of like to collect those. So I may murder this one. This is Tales of Vesperia, if I'm saying that right. I did not get to get in this game much more than an hour, but I will say the game had me hooked. I actually did not want to put it down. I had to. And I didn't get a chance to go back to it. And I thought it was a fantastic story from what I went through so far. The animation, the style, the graphics were even amazing looking on an older TV for this time. I wish I would have found out about this game back when I was younger and had a little bit more time to play it. I cannot wait to go through this. In fact, it was good enough that I'll probably just restart over that hour and go straight from there and get really immersed in this game, because it had weirdly, it had the Tales, feel to it, but for some reason also reminded me of Zelda Ocarina of Time kind of feel to it, and Final Fantasy VII old school, and 8 and 9, kind of mixtured all together. It really captured me. I was really, really taken away from the first hour, and I think it will get really good. So if you've played this, let me know. It does say it is also what I'm interested in. It says 1 player and then also a co-op 2 to 4 player. So I'm kind of interested to check this out with my family, or even my wife. She kind of likes playing games like this. It says content downloadable. I haven't found any on it yet. I don't know if it's been shut down in the store. But just a beautiful game. And they did have a nice steelbook version of this too. Now the game's in there. Another thing I like about it is the disc is different from the cover. I like when they put some artwork into a game and everything, and really take their time with trying to market it right and make it look right. But yeah, the steel book is also beautiful from what I saw in case. Actually, something I want to pick up for my collection. This is another one with colored instructions, very thick, very in-depth about the characters. You guys know Bandai Namco Games is generally puts out pretty good stuff. So definitely look it up, check it out, and let me know if you guys have played that one. If you haven't, I am stoked to finish it, because I am going to finish it on 360 first, and then I'm going to go through and probably play the definitive version and see the difference. And I'm going to have a video on talking about that, because I kind of want to check that out. Next one is really fun if you're a big fan of Tetris. My wife loves Tetris. I like Tetris a lot. My daughter loves it. And my son, he's kind of like, somewhat. But we had a lot of fun playing Tetris Evolved. This is another one only on 360. As far as I know, it is not backward. Also, this one is not backwards compatible. But like I said, they made another one, so Tails is not. But Tetris Evolved is not backwards compatible, but this is a lot of fun if you guys like Tetris and want to play 4-player. It is up to 4 players. It has all kinds of different modes and music, and some of the backgrounds can make you woozy and sick feeling. It's crazy, especially on a big TV like we have out there. Not much to say it is Tetris, but it is really fun. It's just a black and white manual, nothing special. THQ, but fun game if you're gonna play you know, maybe have a little party going on or something like that. You got the old 360 hooked up, or just playing with family, or if you just want to bust out some Tetris for yourself. Here's another one that is not Xbox 360 exclusive, but in my opinion, I played on the PS3 and I played on 360. It is hands down just better on 360. It's at least how I feel. I am a huge Turok fan. Huge Turok fan. I have loved Turok since it was brand new in 1996 or 7. Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. I loved it. I got all the Turoks brand new when I was younger. Thankful for that. And I love Turok 1, 2, 3, Rage Wars. 1 and 2 are probably my favorite. But this game deserves a remaster or remake 100% in my opinion. I think if it did and it was marketed right, it would become a huge thing again. And people, especially if you bundled it with like an actual physical copy or even a download of like Turok 1 and 2, which you can get now from, I think it's Night Dive Games, has remade them or something, did a great job. I have them digitally downloaded. But Limited Run also did like, or still doing actual physical copies. But either way, great game. The mechanics in it nowadays and going is a little rough. It is a little bit more broken, but I love the kills, the stealth kills you would have in here, guns blazing. The fighting the dinosaurs was just a blast. I really think if this game got even a slightest update, it would be awesome. And look at the back of the case. It has showing the pterodactyl back there and some dinosaurs and landscape. They just said that they did a good job for the time with this game. And I absolutely loved it. Loved it. And I played the hell out of it. And I'm trying to run through it again. There's an elevator part that's really aggravating, but still worth it. When you get past it, the game is a lot of fun. But have the registration card with this. I got a really good copy. There's Turok standing in the background. You can see. I absolutely love this game, and I really recommend it on both consoles if you have, but really on the 360. Color manual. Just this manual is in great shape too. If you can find it complete in box, I would definitely go with it, especially if you're a Turok fan and you missed this one. Much better than Evolutions and Rage War and 64 and Evolutions on PS2 and GameCube and all that. And I can't remember the other one. It was 2, I want to say. But there was kind of a break for Turoks, and then this came out, and it just was, it's kind of, I think, a hidden gem, especially if you're a Turok fan. Alright, here's another one that's going up in value big time. And it is a good game. Not really my cup of tea, I guess you'd say. But I did enjoy it. Graphics are really, really nice. It's got a really good stealth system. It's, you know, dated a little bit, but still fun to play. I didn't go more than about an hour into it. I think I got to the second or third mission. But still enjoyed it. It's called Velvet Assassin. Now, this is worth, you know, some pretty good money by itself. But if you can find the one with the bonus disc, apparently the story is really good. And this story, don't quote me on it, but it is based off a real life person. And of course, it's, you know, exaggerated, fantasized a little bit more, you know, as far as the story to make it better for a game and stuff. But a lot of it is based on the true story of this woman that was a undercover, basically assassin during World War II times. I haven't got much more into it, so I'll come back on this one to talk more on it later. But it's really cool because with the bonus disc, at that time, I believe Hollywood Undead did like a trailer and all this stuff with this game. And I like South Peak Games, actually. A lot of the stuff they did for the 360. Here's the bonus disc. And this has a cool music video on there with Hollywood Undead and some wallpapers and stuff like really that you can't use much anymore. But really neat game. I can see why it's holding its value. It's a very rare, kind of odd game for 360. And I believe this one is only on 360 also. It's been a while since I looked that up and checked that out. But if I'm not, someone will correct me if I'm wrong on that. It's another color instructions. Very good. But I am interested to get further in the story and know more on this. And then what I'd like to kind of do is historically check it out too and kind of go from there and see, you know, what the difference was in the video game versus this. Because as far as I know, I don't think there was a movie on this. If there was, somebody let me know if there was a documentary or movie about this woman. I am definitely interested to get further in it. It is a very stealthy game. You got to be good at stealth, and there's a point where, like, you basically boost yourself up and stab yourself with like crazy amount of adrenaline, and she's in her like gown basically from being passed out in the bed, because the whole thing talks about, I think, after the fact, and she's passed out in the medical room, you know, in the hospital somewhere, and she's having like flashbacks. So I haven't got fully through it, but definitely looks pretty sweet and is holding its value. In fact, it continues to go up in value from what I understand. So excuse me. This next one is I really like, actually. It's from South Peak Games again. They did do a remake of it, apparently, which I want to get, and it's a little bit different. I'll talk more when I get that and get a chance to play it. But I got this one brand new, actually, for cheap, and I should have just bought another one and kept this one sealed, but I was like, you know, I'll forget check it out. And this one is X-Blades. Like, I actually got it brand new this year. I picked it up earlier. And it is it reminds me of, like, it's of that time around, 2008, I want to say. It's very, 2008-ish type of games when they were trying new things, doing it. But it was like a mix between, I would have to say, like Zelda Wind Waker and what else? What would be a perfect hack and slash game to really set how this one feels? I wouldn't say like Dynasty Warriors or something. I would say more like almost like a God of War-ish hack and slash mixed with Zelda. Is really weird. I actually really liked it. You fight like this wolf that's called Light, and then there's another one called Dark. The story is pretty cool. The chick is, you know, is supposed to be like the very attractive anime style chick. It's obviously pretty horny boy status, I guess you'd say, if you were trying to make a game like that. Very 2008. But the music was great in it. I liked the music. I liked the artwork. I liked the style. It had a lot of glitching in battle, which kind of bothered me. And the battle could get very repetitive. And sometimes it didn't have very good explanation of what you're doing. You'd have to go back. It was kind of like you'd be so zoned into the battle it explained something, and generally you would just click through it by accident or not pay attention. But X-Blade's still a good game. I'm interested to actually beat it. It is good, and I'm actually interested. I think it's Blades of Time, which is like the remake slash successor, I guess you'd say. But good manual. I got, like I said, I got this thing brand new. Color manual back in 2008. Thick, explains a lot in here. I mean, just a good game. And this one is going up in value too. I've noticed on price charting and eBay and all that. Like, I have noticed that this one's going up. So I think more people are actually looking for it. And I actually like the style of this one. You know, the remake looks pretty cool too, but I was very fond of that. It was a lot of fun from what I did not beat it, but I probably played it for a good 3 or 4 hours actually into it, and I enjoyed it. I got to go back to that one. Excuse me. Here's another one. So this one is kind of funny because, again, I talked about Big Bumpin' last time, and then this one is the Pocket Bike Racer. It's brand new. I haven't opened it. It's a little messed up right there, but I am going to open this one. Basically just another like go-kart style racing mini dirt bike BK game, but again, it's got this, I can't remember this woman's name in there. I don't see it on the back. But anyway, she was in there, and you can look up more on this. I got these just more for like family fun games, and it was just a cool part of history. Like, again, like you could put this in your original Xbox, like I said on the other one, if you watched my first video. You can put this in the original Xbox, play the downgraded version. It works fine from what I understand. Everything works well, looks great. And then you can pop this in if you have a 360 and get the upgraded version. And as far as I know still, like I was saying, on all 3 of these Burger King specials, They haven't done that in any, and they actually had apparently some trouble with doing it with some games. So they figured it out with these Burger King games, and you get these from like a big kids meal for like $5. You get it, and I mean, look at it. It looks like a full Xbox 360 game you get off the shelf. There was no expense spared on the case, everything. It even says King Games right there. Just a pocket bike racer. It's really cool, and these aren't worth a ton of money. Right now, I would say go grab them while you can, because you can find them on eBay for like less than $20 for all three, brand new. I really do think, from me being into games since I was a young kid, and the NES age all the way to now, I really do think eventually these are going to be hard to find, and they're just going to be that quirky, weird thing that's going to hold some value and probably go up in value one day. That was just like, it was a weird thing they never did again, and people are going to look for it, just like that odd toy you forgot about that you were just so dumb you thought wouldn't go up, or that odd game that just was something that was just uniquely special that wasn't around much. So there's plenty of them right now, but I have a feeling people will end up losing them, throwing them away, go, oh, they're not valued as much. And I have a feeling good conditions of these 10, 20 years down the road are going to be something that collectors, especially when everything's digital and people are wanting to collect physical stuff because it's rare, I think it's going to be something like this, especially if Burger King, if they keep up their service in the way they're going, I'm not going to be surprised if they're no longer a thing anymore, and then it's probably going to be sought after more. So that's just me thinking, because anytime I've been to a Burger King in the past, ever since COVID, it's been fucking terrible. Customer service, food, everything has been terrible. I don't even want to go there anymore, which is unfortunate because I'm not a big fast food person anymore, but Burger King used to be pretty nice for fast food. Nothing great, but it was a good place to go for fast food if you were grabbing something quick. But enough on that. Next game, this isn't an exclusive, but it is exclusive in a way, because it is one of those ones you can play with the Kinect sensor. Angry Birds Trilogy. This is a blast to play, especially if you're from the era when Angry Birds first came out and you're playing it on your cell phone there. And it just was it is still a fun game. It's got like Angry Birds Rio, and 2 or so. I can't remember all. It's been a while, but if you have the Kinect, it actually, if your Kinect is set up right, it actually works pretty well with the Kinect, where you drag your hand and shoot them and stuff. I prefer the controller still, but so one thing I don't see a lot of people talk about is, yes, the Kinect sucked ass, let's be honest, but there was a few, like Fruit Ninja is fun as hell and pretty damn accurate on the Kinect. And unfortunately, you can only get that through digital download with the Gunslinger game. But I'm going to do some different Kinect ones, because there was some Kinect stuff that was kind of fun. And this is the reason why I say is kind of exclusive, is because this is the only one you can use with the Kinect. I don't believe the PlayStation one can be used with the sensor camera that they had on there. Now, again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but I don't remember if that was possible. But this is fun, especially if you have kids or you're wanting to play just some Angry Birds and just something mindless, dumb, and have a good time, just destroying shit and laughing at the same time. And it does have exclusive levels on it. So as far as I know, I don't think you can get these levels any other way. And I got a pretty good copy with the instructions, which are really thin. There's nothing much to them. Basically just a few pages, all black and white. So nothing too great, but fun game. Fun game. I like Angry Birds. Me and my wife enjoy playing it together. The kids, it's just one of those ones you can throw in, pass around the controller, and you just have a fun time, see who gets the higher score. So that's my last one for today, guys. I find that pretty good, or a pretty good game, and have a lot of fun with it. And if you have a Kinect with it, try it. Come back and let me know, because I honestly thought it wasn't too bad with the Kinect compared to some games that are absolutely terrible. And I'm going to do a video on that later on some. But then again, there is some, I would say, maybe hidden gems on there for the Kinect, if you would say that. Like to me, Fruit Ninja is actually fun. Like, I had a good time. But until next time, guys, you have a good one. I'll be back. Be trying to do some more Xbox 360 videos and others. But right now, I want to share my collection. And definitely, if you can, try to grab these games before they go up.